What's up, everybody? This is Mega RetroMan, and this video is to celebrate the 25th birthday of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. This console is very likely my favorite console of all game systems. I've had the Super Nintendo for well over 20 years. I have the same one that I first had, and it works beautifully. So I got really lucky there, unlike my 3 NESs and my 5 PS2s. But we won't get into that. This is all about the Super Nintendo. So basically, I just wanted to say happy birthday to the Super Nintendo, happy 25th birthday, and kind of show what games hold dear to me. This isn't a top 10 video, it's nothing like that crap. These are games that I chose. There is more than 10 of them, but I'll just kind of give a brief talk about what they mean to me. So let's start with the game that started it all. Super Mario World. Obviously this was the very first Super Nintendo game that I played, and yeah, this is the first Super Nintendo game that I played, and probably the very first Super Nintendo game that I beat too. Next off is my very first Super Nintendo that's outside Super Mario World, and that's Battletoads and Double Dragons: The Ultimate Team. And I don't regret it then, but I kind of regret it now. I have my old my name and my old phone number in case this thing ever got lost or somebody borrowed it. At least I know who has it, just in case. But yes, this was my first Super Nintendo game outside of Super Mario World. Let's see, what's next? Let's do another one that holds really dear to me, and that's Super Metroid. I think is probably one of the best Metroid games in existence. I will say the AM2R that was brought out earlier this month, phenomenal game. Yeah, I think it holds up to where Super Metroid is, but that's my opinion. I remember calling up my friend who let me borrow his copy and saying, hey, what do I do here? What do I do there? Eventually I figured it out. I think it took me like 4 or 5 hours to beat this the first time around. Another game that I've always enjoyed, surprisingly, Sky Blazer. This one I rented from a video store, obviously, way back when. Just I wanted to try it out, and this is an amazing game. I've been saying that this is a hidden gem for way longer than anybody else has, regardless of what anybody else has done. I've always given much praise to this game, and I will continue to do so. This game is awesome. If you haven't played it, play it. I highly recommend it. Let's go with... This is a series. I had heard of this series before, but I had never played the originals. And I'm so glad I played these. I'm very glad I gave these a chance, and that's the Super Turrican games. So these games are so much fun. I didn't have an Amiga or a Genesis, way back when, to where I could play the original Turricans and Mega Turrican. So these right here, these were the first 2 Turrican games that I've played, and I like them. I like them a lot. Let's go with this. This needs to be mentioned, and that's The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. This is the very first Zelda game I've ever beaten. well before Zelda 1, well before Zelda 2. I beat this one first. Heck, I remember calling up my other friend, because I was borrowing his Zelda Link to the Past, and asking him, God, I was pestering him a while for the Titan's Mitt. No, hey, I need the Titan's Mitt, I need the Titan's Mitt, and he's just like, don't worry about it, you'll get it, just not right now. You'll get to it. And once I got the Titan's Mitt, I was on cloud 9. It was awesome. Happy as can be, and I'm so very glad I gave this Zelda a chance, because I was not a fan of the first one. Because at that time, I was nowhere near beating Zelda 1. I only knew where a few of the dungeons were, and I was just so horrible at the first one. The second one, I got to the Grand Palace, and go figure, I got lost. So that's that. Oh, this was another one of my first Super Nintendo games, UN Squadron. This is one of my favorite shooters. I did play Area 88 or UN Squadron for the arcade once, and I really want to find another one. A buddy of mine said that there's one semi-local, but it's at his neck of the woods. It looks beat up, it needs rejuvenation, but it still works. So I'm hoping I can reach out to that guy at some point and say, I need that machine. So, UN Squadron, great shoot 'em up. Oh, Ninja Warriors. I love this game. I love the soundtrack. It's simple, just run and beat 'em up. It's simple. Just so much better than the original. So much better than the original. And this game here, the story has been told on one of my previous videos, but my best friend got this game, and he invited me over to play it, and he whooped my ass constantly. And I kept asking him for help, I kept asking him how do I get better, and he didn't say anything. He just said, I'm not telling you, just get better. And I was so mad at him that I didn't even want anything to do with this game. Then I downloaded it on a ROM and just played it and practiced, because I wasn't having that nonsense, and I wanted to beat him. And I wanted to beat him in a bad way. And that's Tetris Attack. I was able to beat him, and now I'm beating him a lot more often. Redemption for way back when. Yeah, when I came back and said, hey, I want another go at Tetris Attack, it kinda surprised him a bit. So we played, and he saw what I was doing, and he was just amazed how much better I'd got from the last time we played until then. So, and now here we are, we're doing so many Tetris battles every time that I'm over at his place, or he comes over to my place. We are always playing Tetris Attack. Next up was another surprise that this game I just rented because I thought it was similar to Sky Blazer, and you know, I was young, I didn't know any better, and of course I was wrong. But I'm glad I was wrong, and I'm glad I played this game. I spent lots of hours on it. That's Soul Blazer. I urge everybody to play this. I really do. This is such a great game. Some other mentions, Brain Lord. I've spent a lot of time on this, and also a lot of heartache too, because every time I played this on emulator and ROM, my files would be erased. Thanks, Dad. But I love my dad. I love him to death. But then I rented this a lot, and then my files got erased then, and then I played it on a ROM again a few years ago. Got further than I ever had, then my computer died. And I realized that I had to start this game all over again. And I hate when I have to do that. I hate starting over on a long game. This game needs to be mentioned because everybody needs to play this, and apparently so do I. I get so much crap from lots of people, including my best friends, that I have not played Chrono Trigger yet. It's in my hands, I just haven't played it. I will get to this. I do love the soundtrack. I have watched people play this. It looks like a phenomenal game. I can't wait to try this. I just don't know when. I will get to it though. Let's go with one of my other favorite series, the Castlevania, Super Castlevania 4. This game is amazing for its time. So much going on, so many new features that the other Castlevania games didn't have, and this is a great game. Buy it. Buy it, buy it, buy it. This series, I played the Genesis game first, and well, I'll just show it. This is Super Valis 4. I played Valis 3 from a friend's collection, and I enjoyed the Valis games. So I picked this up. In fact, I got this complete in box for the price of a loose cart, because the store didn't have any pricing for Super Valis 4 for CIB. So he just said, okay, I'll just charge you for a loose cart price. And I'm just like, hallelujah. Oh, this game. I remember so vividly my reaction to when my friend said, there is another Mega Man game, and it is so much better than the NES games. He rented it, and when he told me about it, he said, you need to come over to my place right now. Jump over that fence, run to my house. We are playing this. I am showing you this. And when he did, I was drooling. I love the Mega Man X games. Haven't played much of 7 and 8, but I did get through 1 through 6. And oh man, Mega Man X. Mega Man X. Great game. This game, I don't know how I'd explain this. I never knew about this until a local game store said that they were, that they had 1990 Nintendo World Championship carts, repro carts, sorry, on sale. And they had this one there as well. And that's the 1992 Super Nintendo Campus Challenge. Again, I didn't know a thing about it, so I was curious and I bought both of them at the same time. Cost me about $200 for both. So, this game has Super Mario World, F-Zero, and Pilot Wings. I have spent countless hours on this, and this is this is dear to me because this was my very first gaming world record game. I hold the highest score ever achieved on this game. So that will always hold a special place in my heart. And lastly, this series. This I have deemed my number one, well, the first one at least. The Secret of Mana games. Mana 1 and Mana 2. But, I'll start with the Secret of Mana 2. This was kind of a similar situation to my Brain Lord story. Had this on ROM and emulator. Got my files erased. Again, thanks Dad, love you. And then I downloaded it again and played it, and I got stuck on the Moon Beast. I got stuck, and my save state was right at the boss. So anything I had equipped at the boss would always go away because I'd use them all, and I didn't have enough attribute items to put on my characters to defeat the boss. So I ended up getting stuck, and then I bought a repro cart, and I'm at the end of the game. I just cannot bring myself to finish it. I don't know why. I just can't bring myself to finish it. But I will eventually. Secret of Mana 1. This is my number one game. This game has gotten me through so many hard personal times. I remember the first time I played this was during a snowstorm at my best friend's place years ago. I was also homeless at the time. And I just said, hey, I want to try Secret of Mana. And he's like, go for it. A couple days later, I ended up finishing it. Obviously, snowstorm. I couldn't go anywhere. So, I spent all my time playing this. And I went through a rough, I went through some depression a few years ago. And nothing was making me feel better. And then I popped this in, and I felt a million times better playing it. The story, the soundtrack, everything about this game, it made me feel so much better. So I do love my Secret of Mana games, and I love all my games, even the ones behind me here, all Super Nintendo games, and there's a few of them I still haven't touched, and I'm changing that, so slowly but surely, but I'm changing that. So that's my list of games that hold dear to my heart. Once again, happy birthday to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Nintendo, you've brought me such an awesome console that has brought me over 20 years of joy. That's my video. Thank you for watching, and if you have a list of your own, if you have any recommendations for me, like games that I may not have, comment section is right below. Share your thoughts, share the games, and I will be back with more videos.